Hey boyos, daily check-in with John V, July 28th, 2025. Hopefully I get my welfare check tomorrow because I'll be going to get this all trimmed up, the beard. Probably take the clippers to my hair. I might even take the electric razor to it and make it bald, you know, because it doesn't actually look better when it's longer, the hair. It seems to look better when it's shorter. And that's because I'm balding severely. And when it gets to a certain length, it seems like the thinning looks worse. And I don't understand why that is, but hey, it can't be helped. So we'll be buzzing her down a little bit and maybe taking her all off and trimming up the beard, cleaning it up a bit at the barber shop. That'll be $15 for the beard. And the hair I can do myself. I don't do anything special with the hair, right? But yeah, not a lot to go over today. Still doing my 3 hour a day walks. Yesterday I did 2 hours. I was going to take yesterday off, and then I was like, no, there's no reason why to take it off. Walking's not that difficult. We'll just cut her down to 2 for the day and sleep in till noon. So I slept in till like 4 p.m. and then went for my walk at like 5 o'clock. And here in about an hour and a half, I'll be going for my second hourly walk for the day and getting my iced coffee with no sweetener. And I had a donut earlier, Boston cream with iced coffee I had earlier today, and had an apple. That's it for the day so far. It's typically later in the day at night I eat more, but I really got to cut down. I'm thinking tonight I might have some ground beef with vegetables, just ground beef with canned vegetables like peas and carrots and mushrooms. That seems to be very filling, and it's only like 700 calories. Um, and it makes quite a large bowl full because of all the vegetables, right? And yeah, I've still got some steaks left over in the freezer. I have a little mini freezer, and I still have some steaks in there. I haven't been eating steak much because typically what I'll do for the day is I'll have like a couple hot dogs or a couple sandwiches, maybe a handful of like crackers or something like that, or maybe cheese and crackers. I don't actually have any really good nutritious meals. I kind of make that up with all the fruit that I eat because typically I'll have like three, four, 5 apples a day, maybe an orange, maybe a banana, and fruit is jam packed with nutrients, especially vitamins. So that's why I go overboard on them. But I look pretty good today. Not bad. Tomorrow, once I get the beard trimmed and buzz my hair down, I'll look a lot better. But all things considered, I'm looking a little better every day, I think. Because, like, my last video, I look up just a slight bit better than then. And that's with the beard being a little, messy and the hair being a little too long and ragged looking. But I may not I may not shave it all completely off because I still look okay with like you know half an inch on my hair. I still look okay, right? And yeah, but not a lot to go over. I got a new IP address. I think I did. My sister switched carriers back to Bell because they offered her some lifetime agreement of like $65 a month for internet. So she took it, and they installed a new box and everything, and a new wire from the telephone pole. So I think that gives a new IP address, so I can get back on the Looks Maxing forums that stupidly banned me. Fuck them guys. But what I'll do this time, I'll lay low and not. I'll keep a low profile and not draw too much attention to myself. I won't use a profile picture or anything like that. I'll just stay incognito with no Avi, no profile picture, and just exist there just to comment on people's stuff and stuff like that. And in a year, once I've done my looks max and transformation, then I'll post pictures of myself because it should have been long enough that everybody would have forgotten who the fuck I am, right? But as far as I know, there's still people on there. They say my name because on Discord, I had somebody randomly message me, and I don't know who the fuck they were, but they were asking me, "Are you the real blah blah blah?" And I was like, "Nope, that's not me." I was like, "I'm John V." And they were like, "Oh, I think I remember you." And I was like, "Yep." I posted my dick on Discord, and then they remembered. So I made a name for myself, right? And it's got to take a little while for that name to go away. Um, but it's better to burn out than fade away. I don't know what that means. I don't know if I burned out or faded away, but like if they blocked my fucking account, so I couldn't post anymore, and that was really fucking gay, right? But not a lot to talk about, boyos. Um, I really want to get back into strength training. I got to do something to reorganize my day to fit strength training in, because what I'll do, I'll go for my walk around 2 o'clock, and I'll get back around 3:30, right? And then I'll do my next walk around 5:30, and get back around 7. Do my final walk at around 10, and get back at about 11:30, and then go to sleep around like 1 o'clock. And I typically sleep in until like almost noon. So the way I'm breaking up my day with the walking, there's not much way to fit in strength training without it being between two sessions and not having any rest between two walking sessions. But I'm almost thinking really hold off on the strength training until I get down closer to my goal weight, and then just reduce the walking to 2 hours a day instead of three. So then one of those sessions I'll just do a strength training session instead. I know you boyos on the misc, you give me you all give me different advice. Some of you give me real shit advice, like don't walk 3 hours a day, just do 45 minutes of strength training instead. And that's bullshit advice, because 45 minutes of strength training is gonna do dick all from helping me lose weight. It'll burn 45 minutes of strength training, probably won't even burn 100 calories, right? And I'm not looking to get really muscular right now, because it's it makes no sense. It's not going to work, right? Being in a calorie deficit, a severe calorie deficit with all the walking and reduced calories, I can't train very hard, right? Obviously, I'm still going to train. I'm going to do a couple training sessions a month just to maintain my upper body mass and muscle, and that's about it. And it's getting due for me to do a couple more sessions, a pull session and a push session, um, just for the month, just to, you know, keep the muscle that I have, right? But I don't have to do that probably for another week or so, or even longer. So, you know, but yeah, I really don't have a lot to talk about today, boy. It was nothing really new in my life. I'm still waiting for the DTC, and it's been like, oh fuck, it's been like 3 months I've been waiting for that, and they're understaffed, so they're not getting to the applications in time, and I'm gonna message them soon and hassle them some more, because you know taking 3 months to process an application for that is just too long. There's a problem, right? But yeah, not too much to talk about, and I'll talk a bit more, just ramble on about stuff, but I wanted to increase the hour sessions to a little longer than that, and do maybe like 2 1.5 hour sessions a day, and then maybe I could squeeze in the strength training. Um, but that would be really difficult, I think, because as it is, walking a half an hour at a time is pretty tough for me, because I'm so overweight. So maybe I should wait until I lose more weight before I increase the sessions to an hour and a half at a time rather than an hour, because it's really hard to walk my fat ass around for a long length of time, right? But maybe we'll cut it off there. I do need to do another smokes order soon, and that's gonna be tough, because I'm really eating up my funds and my credit cards, because of going to this coffee shop 3 times a day and getting iced coffee. Like, I don't spend a lot of money on food or anything, but going to get iced coffee 3 times a day, sometimes a donut, that's like $10 a day, right? And that's $300 a month just for coffee and a donut, right? And my spending money is only like $500 a month, and out of that still has to come the credit card payment for being maxed out, and my phone bill. So, it's I can't really even afford to do a smokes order, right? So I'm really banking on the disability tax credit, the DTC, really banking on actually getting approved for that to be able to afford to do anything, right? Because it's getting so I can't afford to smoke, and I smoke a fuck ton, like 50 to 60 a day usually, and it's not even so much the smoking that's expensive. It's the coffee that I get every time I go to the coffee shop. Right, $300 a month for coffee, when you only get like less than $1,000 a month for your bills, including rent. It's just outrageous, right? So I'm gonna have to do something, and like an iced coffee is not overly expensive. It's only $2.95. But getting three of those a day, sometimes a donut, like it adds up. I might have no choice but to also start maxing out my second credit card as well, and just hope and pray that I do get approved for the disability tax credit. Because all that back pay for 10 years, then I can pay off my two credit cards, right? But the way it's going, it's not sustainable, my income, and I don't know what I'm going to do, right? And if I get approved for the disability tax credit, it gives me an extra $200 a month as well, right? And then I'll be fine. And I'm really banking on getting approved for the DTC. I'm really banking on that. If I get declined, I'm fucked. I'm just fucked, right? Because my one credit card is over the limit, $2,500, and there's no hope in hell of ever paying that off. Really, no hope in hell, right? Um, unless I get approved for the DTC, and then in one go, because all the back pay I get for 10 years, I can pay the whole thing off, right? But if I don't get approved for that, I'm fucked. There's nothing I can do. So something has to change. Really, something has to change, and I don't know what it's gonna be, but yeah, boyos, that's all I have to ramble on about. I'll catch you guys online.